Hi there, everybody. Good morning to meteorologist Travis Klineski here on this Monday morning, a brand new week that looks a whole lot better than what these last couple of days were like. It was chilly, blustery, overcast, wet in some cases out there. Things are getting better, but we're dealing with a cold morning this morning. The skies have cleared up, the winds have lightened up, and that's allowed those temperatures to drop. Until 9 o'clock this morning, we do have a freeze warning in place in dark blue. These areas dropping to near and below freezing. At this point, I think all of these spots here in blue have dropped to 32 or colder. And then to the east of it, it's staying warm enough that not seeing a whole freeze, but it's been cold enough for some frost to develop, 36 or colder. That also goes till 9 a.m. here. It does not include southeast portions of Nebraska. Pawnee County, I think, is the only county in the Local 4 viewing area not included. It does also include here in Kansas, Jewell County and Republic County, which are in the Local 4 viewing area as well. These areas to the north and west, though, are not included. That's because they have already seen an end to their growing season. They saw sub-freezing temperatures earlier this fall, back, I want to say a little over a week ago. The weekend of that Friday going into that Saturday morning, it was below freezing. So once it drops below freezing, there's no longer a reason to issue out more freeze warnings and frost advisories in those areas because the growing season's done at that point. Well, as we look at your future cast here, a couple of things worth noting. We've had mostly clear skies much of the night with a light wind kind of out of the west and the northwest. We do have some thinner clouds that are pushing in from the Dakotas, now moving into northern Nebraska. These will pass through, but these will not be what we saw this last weekend. It's not going to be overcast. It's going to be no worse than partly cloudy, but much of the day will be mostly sunny. The winds, again, notice the arrows are barely moving out there. Very light winds today. The arrows will shift more southerly tonight, so we'll pick up on a southerly wind. Not very strong, though, tonight. It'll be kind of south and southwesterly tomorrow morning. We'll get plenty of clear skies again tonight. A little chilly, not as cold as this morning, though. And then tomorrow, those winds will pick up out of the south and the southwest. The areas that have more of a westerly tilt to that wind right in here, that's where your really warm temperatures are. Everybody's going to warm up thanks to the southerly wind, but it's right in here where those westerly, the turn to more of a westerly wind, the downslope component is really going to help to warm things up for your day on Tuesday. Now, also of note, right here is a cold front. That front is going to push out of northwest Nebraska, push across the area Tuesday night, bringing some passing clouds, but notice no moisture with it. We're looking to probably stay dry with the passage of that cold front. By Wednesday morning, that frontal boundary is going to be right about in here. And it actually arcs all the way back to the north and then back to the west here to north central South Dakota and south central North Dakota. Yeah, try saying that 5 times fast. But anyway, it's going to be right in that North Dakota, South Dakota border area there. And you'll notice a little bit of moisture kind of wrapping around that low up there. Some of that may actually pass through northern and eastern areas later Wednesday and Wednesday night, maybe even early Thursday morning. So there is a small chance of moisture here. I did not include it in the forecast, as you'll see on my 7-day forecast in just a bit. For the Tri-Cities area, it may be close though. So there's a chance I may have to upgrade the forecast and put in a small chance of rain. If it does rain, it's probably not going to be much. It's going to be very quick passing, and then we'll see quiet weather to follow. So highs today. Better than the weekend, that's for sure. Upper or 60s and lower 70s for highs. Cooler the farther east and northeast you go here. Closer to 60 in the northeast. Low 70s here to the west and southwest. So pretty nice weather out there, especially with the light winds. Tonight's temperatures, tonight and tomorrow morning, not nearly as cold as this morning, but still chilly, mid to upper 30s and lower 40s for lows. Highs tomorrow, this may be one of the warmest days most of us see. Highs ranging from the lower 70s in eastern Nebraska to the mid 80s in western and southwest Nebraska, right in here. A little cooler in Chadron and Gordon with that cold front right here. That front's going to pass through. Now the front, with the winds increasing behind it, will actually keep temperatures warmer. There's not a lot of super cold air with it, so temperatures will actually be warmer overnight into early on Wednesday morning for most of us. Only lows in the 40s and 50s. That's not bad out there, but the winds will make it feel a little colder as those winds start to crank up late in the night and into early on Wednesday morning. It will be a windy day on Wednesday and cooler as well. High temperatures in the 60s north and west, and lower to mid 70s farther to the south. Close to 70 in the Tri-Cities area. So a bit of a cool down on Wednesday, but after that we kind of settle down temperature-wise for the rest of the week here. So you can see it, the cool but better day today, the somewhat chilly night tonight. We've got warmer days ahead, warmer nights ahead as well. The slight cool down Wednesday and Thursday, not too bad. Like I said, I did not include any moisture in the forecast here with that low pressure system passing being mainly to the north and east of the Tri-Cities right now. Friday, much warmer temperatures. Saturday looks absolutely fantastic. Now, the difference between Friday and Saturday when it comes to the wind is maybe a degree or two, so it's not going to be, it'll still be a slightly breezy day Saturday, but Saturday right now looks fantastic. If you're going to the Husker game in Lincoln, at Memorial Stadium, it looks fantastic. If you're going to be spending some time there and then maybe going to the Nebraska-Wisconsin game at Devaney, that's a huge volleyball match Saturday evening in Lincoln between the top two teams in the country. That's going to be a fantastic game. The tickets are high priced, so if you have a ticket, good for you. But anyway, the weather looks great for that. I know it's an indoor game. Hey, let's play the game outdoors again. Why not? Let's just have a football game and a volleyball match in Memorial Stadium. No, we can't do that, but the weather looks great there as well. A little bit of a cool down coming in on Sunday with a few more clouds returning. And then temperatures eventually will trend maybe a little bit cooler as we get towards the middle of next week. We may start to see some moisture chances return by the middle of next week as well. But again, not a lot going on these next couple of days other than the cold front coming through. So today's looking pretty quiet, a few passing thin clouds right in there. Tomorrow looks good. And then there's the cold front tomorrow night. And then again, maybe some of that moisture in northern and eastern areas Wednesday or Wednesday night. There's the low right there by Minneapolis. It just depends on how close it gets to us. Beyond that, we've got quiet weather for the end of the week, right into the upcoming weekend. Things may change as we get towards Sunday. A few more clouds around. And then next week, maybe some moisture chances returning later on towards maybe Tuesday, Wednesday time frame. Long ways out. Don't get too worked up about it quite yet here. Here's the GFS model. Again, pretty quiet. Just a couple of thin clouds today. Tomorrow looks good. And then tomorrow night, here comes that cold front right there. There's the moisture behind it near that low. Wednesday, later in the day into Wednesday night. Early Thursday, again, just barely clipping our area. So that's why I did not include it in the forecast for the Tri-Cities right now. Beyond that, things clear out. It's going to be quiet for Thursday, Friday into the weekend. A few more clouds around by Sunday right there. And then later on towards maybe that Tuesday, Wednesday time frame, maybe some moisture returning. That would be impressive moisture right there. But again, it's such a long ways out yet. I'm not going to get too worked up over that right now. Temperature trends. Let's take you through those next couple of days with that as well here. Like I said, we've got milder temperatures coming these next couple of days. Here comes the slight cool down on Wednesday, but then warming right back up at the end of the week here. Friday and Saturday look great. And then temperatures come down a little bit by Sunday, right in there. And then again into next week, we'll see. It's kind of a big if right now. And of course, if we get that storm system Tuesday to Wednesday, and it looks like the entire country, not just us, is at least cooling down. I'll back it up a little bit. Look at all the oranges down to the south and southwest. Even those areas will cool down a little bit next week here. So it does look like maybe next week won't be quite as nice as what we're seeing this week here. Like I said, you look at this 7-day forecast right here. That's a good-looking 7-day forecast for mid-October and pushing towards late October, in fact, as we get towards this weekend. So not much to complain about here as we've hit the halfway point of the month. Still kind of part of my favorite time of the year right now, and certainly this forecast is going to be matching the weather I like to see in the fall here. This is going to be some great weather ahead of us here. So, well, I want to thank you all for watching on this Monday morning. I hope it's a wonderful day for you. Enjoy the weather this afternoon. It looks a lot better. Finally get out and get some activities in here. So, looks pretty good. We'll talk to you all tomorrow. Bye.